From the beginning of time, man has always had a pursuit of the best quality of life possible. That quality of life is not possible without resources. The form of resources we have accumulated has changed over time from cowrie shells, state-controlled money, precious metals, real estate, and stocks and bonds. Over the past 100 years, the world has been dominated by the US dollar and its reserves. But everything that has a beginning also has an end. A new financial revolution is upon us with the emergence of a digital economy. The way we earn, spend, and accumulate resources is fundamentally changing. A new asset has appeared that the wealthy have overlooked. Bitcoin has become the best performing asset of the past decade by far. With only 21 million ever in existence, there are more millionaires and billionaires in the world today than there are Bitcoin. Just by holding 0.25 Bitcoin today will put you in the top 1% asset holders in the world in the next 5 to 10 years. If you would have invested $100,000 in Bitcoin in 2013, today it will be worth more than $15 million. Bitcoin billionaire Raoul Pal says, Bitcoin's performance is so dominant and so all-encompassing that it is going to suck in every single asset narrative dry and spit it out. Never before in my career have I seen a trade so dominant that holding any other assets makes almost no sense. This is not an industry you can afford to ignore. If you want to remain in business, then you must adapt. Are you offering services in Bitcoin? Are you accepting payments with digital currencies? Have you adopted blockchain technology? Blockbuster Video at one point was the most dominant video service in the world. They had the opportunity to be part of Netflix, but they ignored the changing technology. Where is Blockbuster today? Where will you be tomorrow? All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Early Morning Crypto Talk on a Saturday morning. My name is Brandon Ivy, the founder and CEO of Ivy League Crypto Academy. Go ahead and type your name in the chat box where you're listening in from. As a disclaimer, I am not a licensed financial advisor to be giving financial advice. I share information for entertainment, training, and educational purposes only, and it is up to you to make your own informed, intelligent decision on which direction you want to move into. All right, this is Saturday, which means this crypto talk is public. And last week, we did a special crypto talk where we did a lesson about how to use MetaMask. What is MetaMask? How to make it work for you, all the intricate things about how it works. So I hope you guys took full advantage of that, because mostly you would never really learn that. I mean, you can go to YouTube and look up some videos that might be outdated. The one thing about crypto is that it is constantly changing and upgrading and new different kinks. So any video you put out is obsolete within 30 days. And I learned that the hard way when I was attempting to teach myself all about Bitcoin, blockchain, and crypto with YouTube. I wasn't a part of a community. There really wasn't one. And that's why we have ILCA, Ivy League Crypto Academy. So this morning I see we've got on the line Facebook user from Richmond, Virginia. Good morning. I see Nathan from Vegas. Hola from Mexico. I don't know who that is, but hola. Daryl Weston from Texas. I think that's Dagmar from Lake Arrowhead. Doreen Buckner, good morning. St. Petersburg, Florida. I'm thinking that might be Jacqueline. St. Petersburg, Florida. I see Stephen A. Smith from Atlanta. Herschel Crow from Texas. Demetrius. Good morning. Janelle. Good morning. Bobby Buck. Yeah, it's about to storm out here in LA. That's why I already got my hoodie on. Got to get ready. Let's see. I think that's Judy from Toronto. Kenny Taylor also from about to storm LA. Jamal as well from Pasadena. Keith Birch, Burlington, North Carolina. Man, I wanted to go see the movies today. I want to see that movie Civil War. Any of you guys seen that yet? Came out yesterday. I think I'll see it tomorrow. Michael Pennington from sunny Maryland. Michael, did you finish that series, Three Body Problem? That is deep. I gotta watch it again. Oh yeah, they're asking me what kind of phone do I use? Samsung Galaxy Z Fold. Android. They're troubleshooting on my account right now. Jacqueline from the ATL. Marnita from Colorado. Clairvaux from Connecticut. Tomka from Memphis. Corey from Philly. Philly just had a hell of a week last week. You had part of the solar eclipse. You had an earthquake that was nearby. You also had WrestleMania weekend that took over the city. See, Joyce Easley. Melissa from the UK. Good morning, Melissa. Rita from San Diego. Rita, I sent you that message. You're next. I want to make a banner for you. Also, a Facebook user from San Diego. Elton from Massachusetts. Daryl Wilson, good morning. Top of the morning, Facebook user, another Facebook user. You guys, if you're on Facebook, if you're trying to chat watching this live, it's going to give you the option. It's going to let you know on StreamYard. So you guys actually have to click it so that I can see your name when you type something. See, Leonard Long on YouTube from La Quinta. Neil Brooks. You're out there in Coachella, huh? There's not going to be raining for you today? See, Joyce, you started the Three Body Problem last night. Okay. Let me let Waleed know. Yeah, as soon as this is over, I will record it for you. All right. Yeah, I don't want to hear. I mean, my Android is not making us look good right now. You know how I feel? Because I have an Android and I have an iPhone. I've got both. And it's like I'm team Android, but I have an iPhone. And I'm always screaming about how great my Android is. And it's like me being in LA and I'm a Lakers fan. And then we traded for LeBron James. I'm not a LeBron James fan, but he plays for my Lakers. What am I supposed to do? It's like that. I see you, crazy Carla. My Morehouse brother, Lamar from San Diego. There you go. Wow, Bill, St. Charles, Missouri. Mike Nowalski. There you go. Patty. That was Patty down in San Diego. Steph Curry. I'd rather have Steph Curry on the Lakers than LeBron James. All right, let's get into it. This is going to be a modified crypto talk this morning. I want to hop on the DFY training this morning that they're going to be doing from the metaverse, and I'm actually going to be in the metaverse. So if you guys hop on that, you'll see my character running around, and I go by my username in all video games, all metaverse is Satakan, Sattakan. That is Elvish from Lord of the Rings for Brandon Ivy. I've had that avatar name for 20 years. And if not, my backup is I go by Live One Dream, or now I use my brand, either Power Team or ILCA. But I'm Satakan in that world, so I'm looking forward to hopping on that. And there really wasn't too much outside. We're going to read the news. We're going to take a look at the charts, see what's going on with the charts. Just so you guys know, on the Get Fit side, we are the price is about to raise again. It's going to go to $500 at midnight tomorrow. So if you want to be able to get your 6 Omega miners, which I strongly encourage you to do, you want to do that before midnight tomorrow, or it's going to be $500. Also, I would get more, a lot more. And later I will explain why before we close out. You're going to kick yourself if you don't. Even now, you guys realize that the price of $400 a couple of weeks ago when we were first talking about this, you would have got 12 miners for $400. Right now you get 6. So let me share screen. Move this over here. Share screen, present. All right, there we go. All right, so let's read the charts. Now in Inner Circle, this past week, Crypto Talk, we went over how to read the charts in detail, how to break things down. What do these numbers, what the hell? Down 4.6%. Okay, I got distracted. What do these numbers mean? How to use it for your advantage, how to research tokens and projects, where to find out if you like a token, where is it being sold, or a new token comes out, how high could that token possibly go if the project has success? All of that can be done just by reading the charts. So those of you in my inner circle, guess what I'm going to do? Marnita gave me a good idea, even though she didn't realize she was doing it and didn't really, because I'm going to call on her too. But next week, I want to make sure you guys are actually learning. I'm going to start to be a little bit more interactive. So instead of you just listening to me, I'm going to be listening to you. So I'm going to start asking some volunteers to read the chart to me. Or I'll ask certain questions. And then I'm just going to call people's name out. Don't worry. I'm not going to embarrass anybody. But this is how I make sure that you're learning. Like last week, Leonard stepped up and he did a good job. So I want to make sure you guys are learning this and retaining it, because this is a skill set that nobody could take from you, that will benefit you whether you're going to be a trader or not. If you're just a crypto investor, this skill is priceless. You'll be able to tell if a project is good or not, if they're lying to you or not, if what they're saying is realistic or not. And hell no, Judy, I ain't turning my cursor red. I experimented with that and it messed me up. I tried it. I can't do it. So I've been doing it this way with my crypto talks for 7 years with no problems. And I'm going to keep doing it that way. Ain't changing up now. I'm like that old dog. You can't, sometimes you can teach an old dog new tricks and other times it can't. But I experimented and it just was not working for me. So we go with this. But anyways, we want to make sure you guys are learning, and you will be light years ahead of everybody else. Just like how many of you guys were on the New Gen project. And if you remember, when the CEO of New Gen was having a call and he was running his mouth about possible numbers, I told you guys, hell no, that's not possible. And I knew why it's not possible. It wasn't that I'm calling him a liar. It just wasn't physically or mathematically possible. You could hope for it to be that way. How did I make 60,000 in one day off Electronium? Because I knew no matter what the developers and the top leaders pumping the project were saying and what they wanted it to be, I knew what was possible based on the numbers, and I knew when to sell when everybody else was holding. And it never came back up. Speaking of things that have crashed, something about a Transact card, were you guys a part of that or hear about that? Again, I'm not surprised because I said so. When was I first started getting hit up about that? 2 years ago or so? And so I made a post on Facebook. Some people got mad, where it's like, look, I'm not trying to bash anything or anybody. I used to. That's the old Brandon. I turned a new leaf. Turned a new leaf, but I will put out a warning. And I tried to do that on the Novatech side, and I got shut down for it. And out of respect to my mentors, I shut up about Novatech. I just watched the slow car crash happen in front of me. And at least since I did say something, people can't say, well, Brandon should have warned us. I did. But instead of always trying to get me in projects, you might start to ask, why is he not in that project? There's one right now. At least 6 to 7 of you have already come to me about. You've asked me to cover it in Crypto Talk, to look at it, and I have refused. I'm not going to say the name of it because I'm not ready to put them on blast yet. And there's a reason why I'm not. And you should ask yourself that question. Why is Brandon not? If something's supposed to be this hot thing and going on, why am I? You don't think I'd already know about it? Why am I not a part of it? Should tell you something. So Transact Card is the latest. Not surprised at all. I mean, you know what? I'm surprised it actually made it this far. But there's only one reason why it made it this far. It's because the leaders that was pumping it up, even after all of the red flags, and it was obvious, they continued to pump it up and tell their founders or their followers that everything is okay. Don't listen to the naysayers. Don't listen to the people who say that this isn't going to work. Trust us. And because of that, their influence, Transact Car was able to continue to collect money from people and prolong their fate while they made more money off of everybody else. That I have a problem with. I always have an issue when I see leaders do that, which is why you really don't see me connected to or working with a lot of top 7 or 8 figure earners in this space. And another reason why, why I said I need to create my own company. And I did. Give me one second. I swallowed that wrong. It's what happens when you try to talk and drink at the same time. But anyways, this is a skill set that will protect you. So Inner Circle next week, we're going to keep going through this with you guys and making sure that you're learning. So what is this telling us this morning? 4.6% drop in the last 24 hours. Now, I know we go week to week, and we really didn't do Crypto Talk last week because we had a skilled crypto educator with Herschel Crow teaching you guys about the MetaMask. So it's really been 2 weeks since I've done a public crypto talk, but the market is down 4.6%. Bitcoin dominance. Oh, allow what this has done. If Bitcoin has gone up, 51.7% dominance. Ethereum has gone up. It was at 14.8. It's 15.2. This means this money that left the market left more of the altcoins than it did Bitcoin. So now we have to figure out which altcoins lost money and then why. Now, before I even look at the rest, what's been going on in the world, in the news? What's been the biggest news of the last couple of days? O.J. Simpson's dead, and the news has been doing nonstop reenactment of O.J.'s life and the trial and all that. And another major thing that the news has only slightly been paying attention to, but I have, Israel, and I'm not talking about Israel and Gaza, Israel bombed a building in Syria a couple of weeks ago or a week and a half ago. And they directly targeted Iranians, and they killed two prominent, I don't know if they're Iranian generals or what, but multiple Iranians were killed, but two main top leaders. This has not happened since the Olympics, which was at the Berlin Olympics when those Iranians took over the Jewish Olympic Village. I think that was before I was born or right after I was born, 76 or something. But this has not happened. And Iran has promised to retaliate. So the United States has issued almost a travel advisory, but also almost an evacuation notice of Americans in the area and inside of Israel, because they believe that Iran will respond, and not just with an attack maybe inside Syria, but will directly attack Israel. Why should you care? Here's why. The last time a nation directly attacked Israel, Israel was threatened nuclear war. But that was when Saddam Hussein responded to American attacks by lobbing rockets at Israel. America told Israel to sit on their hands. We'll handle it. Do not retaliate or respond, because if you do, if Israel responded by attacking Iraq, it would have inflamed the rest of the Arab war and it made it more expansive. So Bush was able to convince Israel to sit on their hands, use the Patriot missiles, whatever, as a shield, and America will take care of Iraq. This time around, Israel is not listening to U.S. leadership. And Netanyahu blatantly said, hey, look, when it comes to our survival, as much as we are grateful of our great friend America, we're going to do what we think we need to do. Damn the consequences. So this is probably the biggest issue that is hurting Biden right now. And I'm not talking about from the right. The right won't like Biden no matter what he does. He could walk on water with Jesus and the right will still think that he's the greatest evil America has ever seen. I'm talking about he's having problems from his own party on the left during an election year because of what's going on in Gaza. And even though he is telling Netanyahu what to do, Netanyahu is not falling in line. In other words, Biden needs to go over there and be like The Rock, know your role, or we will stop supporting you. We won't send you weapons and ammunition or money. So because of that, if Iran were to attack Israel directly, Israel might be prone to act as if their survival's on the line again and start lobbing nukes at Iran. I am not taking the side of who's right or who's wrong. Whenever I speak about geopolitics, I do so from the standpoint of here are the facts, and if this action is taken, this is what the reaction is going to be, not whether or not I agree with it or not. I try not to. I know we have a very diverse group of people who believe many different things, and my job is not to force my beliefs onto you. It's more what's happening in the world and how is that going to impact our money. All right. That's how I look at things. So if we're on this slow walk to World War III, which is why I want to go watch that movie Civil War, then we got to figure out how is that going to impact us, the global financial market and the crypto space. I did see a news article that on the news headline, Costco is running out of gold bars to sell. People are stocking up on gold right now in a record pace, and they're preparing for something crazy to happen. And this is one of those things that will impact a global market. If it's hard to even imagine this. If Israel detonates a nuclear warhead inside of Iran, I don't know. It's hard for me to imagine. I know the fallout's going to be, but what will that world look like? Oh my, oh wow. Yeah, we got to prepare and be ready for this. All right. So the market is down 4.6%. Bitcoin is at 67,000. It dropped 2.7. Ethereum dropped 5.4, but they weren't the biggest losers. Who was? BNB dropped 3%. It's not bad. Solana. Why did Solana drop so big? This should be the opposite. They should be on the up and up. By the way, GetFit announced the news that they're going to be adding the Solana blockchain probably in about 30 days. Why did Solana drop? We've got Ripple drop by 8.8. Doge drop 11.7. Toncoin, that had a great week, dropped by 4.3. Cardano dropped by 10. Avalanche 13. Polkadot chain. Look at all of these double-digit red altcoins. So I knew just by reading this and looking at this, the altcoins had a much greater drop. Bitcoin only dropped 2.7, but the other altcoins dropped double digits. Look at all of these. Now I'm looking for an outlier here. Leo, barely in the green, just a little bit. Last 24 hours. Leo's the only one so far out of these coins. Any other outlier here? No. Dang, Lido Dow lost 17%. The entire market is reacting. The core dropped by 22%. Dang, they're down 40% on the week. Huh. Wow. Jasmine coin? Jasmine coin. Marnita, tell Bubba she's got a coin named after her. Jasmine coin. It's a 3 they're green across the board. Why? Why did this one pop up here like that? Jasmine coin. We'll see if they're still on the radar on Monday for Inner Circle Crypto Talk, and we'll look them up. Okay, best performers in the last 24 hours. Who is that got Jasmine? You're just showing up as a Facebook user. So Jasmine coin is ranked number 1. Best performer, Ondo, Leo token. Those are the only ones in the positive out of the top 100. Martha. Okay, Martha Cameron. So you got Jasmine. Melissa, you have Jasmine too. Okay. Jasmine coin. I'm curious of who they are, what they do. Where can this be bought? Gate.io, Binance got it. Coinbase has it too. Okay. Jasmine. Let's see. Ranked number 92. Total supply, 50 billion. All right. My inner circle, let me ask you guys a question. How high, and I'm not going to answer it, but I just want to ask you guys, type in the chat box, how high do you think this can go? Having a total supply of 50 billion, if this is a success. How high could it be worth? Right now, it's at 2 cents. How high could it go? I want to see who's learning. Okay. All-time low was a year ago at 0.002. All-time high was 3 years ago at $4.79. Well, somebody put 350. Well, it's already gone higher than 350. It's gone to $4.79. So at least we know it can get back to its all-time high. But can it go higher? How high can it go? Patty says $7 to $10. And at 2 cents right now, that's a bargain if this is going to be a success. Let's look at this max chart. So when it first came out, it looked like it was a pump and dump. And we've got a flat line all of last year until all of a sudden now we're getting a little bit of some activity. Every time I look at a chart like this, I think of like a heart monitor, like flatlined. All of a sudden we see some sign of life here. Can it come back? Can it be resuscitated? We'll see. Jasmy Coin. Where is, let's go to their website. Oh, okay. This is an Asian token. What is this, little penguins? Yeah, translate to English. Japanese. Okay, give me my English. It didn't really translate that much. I'm on English. Okay. Toward a new era of consumer-oriented information, Jasmy IoT platform aims for a better society with safety and security. I don't understand it. Data sovereignty in the hands of consumers. So if I still see this on Monday, we'll research this, see what it's all about. Okay, let's go back. See who are the worst performers in the last 24 hours. And that was the best. Worst, Core took that spot. EOS, Conflux, Didix, Thorchain. Basically everybody else. So not a good day. This is Saturday though. Normally I don't see a downturn like this until Monday morning. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to keep watching this the rest of the day, and then tomorrow, and then again on Monday morning. Let's take a look at what is the a lot of you guys are hopping on the Connect bandwagon because some big people are joining. So you're acting as if it's brand new. Let me see. I haven't looked in a while what my Connect is doing. Blockbot report. I know the WIN token itself right now is at 0.0022. Okay. And let's do that again. Then I want to look at GFAM token. GFAM token is at 0.0078, up 7%. So at this range, a maxed out miners is doing probably about $9.5 a day at this price. So not bad for nobody knows who we are yet. Well, somebody did some buy orders and sell orders. So it got up to 0.008. Well, the last 24 hours, what does this say? Up. Yeah. Okay, is this up here? Okay. So I got 6,000 tokens yesterday. Oh, I've crossed the 5 million mark. 5 million tokens mined. Remember, that was, well, my goal is to reach 10 million. So I'm halfway there. 5 million tokens mined total. I do have another, I think 300 something thousand WIN tokens. And at the price it is right now, it's worth $9,800. Okay. Earlier this week, it was up with almost 20,000 because the price jumped up. And imagine, let me dream mode just for a second. If this is at 0.002 and I've got 5 million, imagine this hitting. What is the price of Gala right now? And even though Gala dropped, how did it know Gala? I didn't even type Gala in here, and it said, and Gala popped up. All I did was hit the search. Is the computer listening to me? It's like conspiracy. I just said Gala. I didn't type anything yet. What the hell? Okay, let me click on it. That makes me nervous. But anyways, is that 4 cents? 4.8 cents. That is weird. That tripped me out. Okay, now let's dream mode this. If I got the same 5 million tokens and it reaches the current price of Gala, 0.4871, that's equal to 243,000 tokens. 243,000. All right. Not mad at that. What if it hits Gala's all-time high, which was 82 cents? This is just dream mode, ladies and gentlemen. It's not a guarantee, but a dream mode based on the amount of tokens I already have. 0.8248. That's 4.1 million. So what do you think I'm doing? Just accumulate. That's all I'm doing. I'm not even thinking about trying to sell any of this. Just accumulate. Keep mining. That must be why those top marketers are jumping on Connect now as if it's brand new. But the GFAM, this is one I'm really excited about watching for. I'll be excited if this hits 10 cents. Imagine it going $1, $5, $10. That's crazy. Let's dream mode that. I've got some. I went and bought some. I'm also mining it. $95,665. 95,665. Let's dream mode this. 95,665. Okay. And the current price, 0.007813. That's $747. I'm already in profit because I bought those tokens for $120. And now it's worth 700. And I did that in, where were we? At the mid-8 March. I think I did that. Mid-March or beginning of March. It was at 0.002 or a little less. So let's dream mode this. 95665. What if it goes to 10 cents? That's $9,566 worth from original $120 I spent. What if it goes 9, where Lynette's price and her goal is at least minimum $1.14. That then turns into $109,000. Now, how can you get your hands on these coins? You can go out and buy it, or you can use your physical activity and work. Your physical activity will mine tokens for you on a daily basis. Why do you think I'm screaming about get fit? Okay. Speaking of, for those of you in our ILCA elites, and you might have seen me lately going crazy over inside of Get Fit. So I'm gonna. Oh, you can't. Dang it! I'm on StreamYard. I can do this just to share real quick. Get me here and share. All right. So you should be able to see this. They get a little bigger. I've got more than 259 images if you want to use on social media. I did Hooters? Oh, yeah, I did. That's right. I forgot about that. Get fit. Teachers. You think teachers aren't on their feet every day? They are. Why not get paid to move around while they're teaching? What about people in wheelchairs? Got them too. What about gardening? Yeah, you got grandkids, you garden. My grandmother, ever since I was born, I always known her to have a garden. Why not get paid for doing your gardening? Why not if you're a waitress? What about if you're out there running, jogging? You see that? I mean, this is Saturday morning right now. I go outside right now, and there's a gang of people who think they're running the marathon. What else did I have here? Categories. Let's see. We got teachers. We got the waitresses. What about in a casino? You know, casino workers. They're on their feet. Put that smartwatch on and get paid. What else? What else do I have here? Sleeping. Getting paid to sleep. I was being fun with that one. What about going to the grocery store? Are you walking? You pushing the cart? Get paid to go to the grocery store. What about ironing clothes? You know, just household stuff you do on a daily basis. You're moving. You're doing activities, mowing the lawn. You're active. Playing pickleball. Reminds me, there's that commercial with the little babies playing pickleball on the court. Yeah, I did this out of the NCAA tournament. Get fit, playing basketball. Those of you who go to the gym. What about if you're a dancer? You don't think you're moving as a dancer? What about grandma playing with the kids? That's physical activity. This actually encourages more physical activity because you're going to get paid for it. You do roller skating. Somebody asked me to do rollerblades. I guess I'll do that one next. Rollerblades. But again, yeah, dancing, walking the dog as well, out strolling. I mean, your imagination's the limit here. This is why this is gonna make me millions of dollars, and I can't wait. Waking up. Why are they smiling? Because they got paid for sleeping. So, yeah, I've got that for the communities in our Telegram group. If you want to use anything to learn. All right, some quick headlines. Oh, share screen again, because then I've got to go. Here we go. Some quick headlines from the news. El Salvador's newest Hilton hotel to tap. Oh, golfing. Right. Yeah, all the old dudes on the golf. Yeah, even riding the golf cart. Hilton to tap into tokenized debt on Bitcoin. Hilton tokenized debt for the first time. Investors who do not usually have the opportunity to invest in such assets have the opportunity to do so, while issuers and markets which have less access to capital are able to tap into a new asset class to raise finance. Okay. Then there was Deutsche Bank. Over half expect crypto to become important asset class and payment method. So no matter what Peter Schiff runs his mouth saying, Deutsche Bank themselves say over half expect crypto to become important. They think that Bitcoin will be above 75,000 by the end of the year. Then we have study finds 70 to 80% of secondary market transactions involve crypto and stable coins. Really? 70% to 80% of secondary market transactions. So around 70 to 80% of transactions in the crypto secondary market transactions occur between crypto assets and stable coins. The South Korean government's welcoming stance. Wow, why can't our government have a welcoming stance? Welcoming stance coupled with the high popularity of crypto assets in the country are among the reasons why the won is now the second most used fiat currency. Okay, so here's another way for our politicians. If you want to keep the US fiat dollar pumped up, then be a friend to crypto and not look at it as a competitor or the enemy or a threat. South Korea is proving it. The South Korean government is welcoming crypto, and as a result, the Korean won is the second most used fiat currency. So if the United States government embraced crypto, then it can help retain and make the US dollar still the most used fiat currency. I've been saying this from the beginning. I remember the first time, even Marnita asked me, she was like, when do you think that Bitcoin will take over the US dollar and replace it? I'm like, no. It's not designed. The purpose is not to replace. It's an alternative. Bitcoin and the dollar can live and operate side by side cohesively. In fact, they can help each other. When the US government finally figures it out, I hope it won't be too late. All right. Then the last one was about severe impact expected for miners with outdated hardware in upcoming Bitcoin halving. Well, we talked about this in the 5-day challenge last month. That what's the impact to miners post Bitcoin halving? Well, what else did we learn in Crypto Talk last week? Quantum computing. Remember that? This space is always evolving. It is always growing. We are where the internet was in 1998. 97, 98 is where I say we are. On that verge between AOL dial-up and then moving into fast speed internet. Well, back then, what did they call it? Because you still had the cables. There wasn't a Wi-Fi really yet. So I think they called it high-speed internet with the cable lines at that time. That's kind of where this one is. What is that, Brandon? The current figure of 75 grand is a big lie. We've seen 73,000 last week. True. I'm looking forward to be 100,000 by the end of the year. So Corey is making a prediction that Bitcoin will be at least 100,000 by the end of this year. This is Crypto Talk. This is on Facebook as well. So do your predictions. Type in the chat box what price you think Bitcoin will be at the end of the year. Just put it out there. There's no right or wrong on this. Just what you think. What do you think Bitcoin will be at the end of the year? I'm curious. Type it in the chat box. The upcoming halving is poised to put heavy strain on miners unless Bitcoin's price rises. I don't agree with that. I said it in the Bitcoin halving. Bitcoin price did rise unexpectedly because of the Bitcoin ETFs. For the first time, we saw Bitcoin hit an all-time high right before the Bitcoin halving. So if these miners are financially literate, then then they would have taken that extra bump up and include that in their budget for the rest of the year. So even though Bitcoin is going to lose half of its rewards after halving, just what, 4 months ago, what was the price of Bitcoin? How long ago was it when it was in the 30,000 range? Let's look. Let's go back to past year. So even right around here, right around December, it was in the 30,000 range. Bitcoin's doubled. So the miners, if I was the miners, I would not have increased my lifestyle up to here. I would have kept my budget right here and then pocketed all of this so that when the Bitcoin halving takes place, you're going to come right back down to here for not the price, but your value for the same amount of mining operations, and then let it start to creep right back up. All right. That is it. I am out of time for Crypto Talk for today. I hope you learned something new. As always, that's the point. What's coming next? I will be doing a special Facebook Live. I don't have an exact time, maybe around 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific, talking about why my aha moment with Get Fit. I think that's what I'm going to call it. My aha moment for Get Fit is not going to be any slides or anything. I'm just going to be talking and explaining the vision that I see and why I'm moving the way I'm moving, especially after you've got Transact Card and all these other opportunities going under. Tomorrow, I'll be doing our ILCA Elite Zoom call. It will not be streamed on Facebook. It will just be on Zoom. So if you want to be a part of that, then get with whoever invited you and they will give you the Zoom link tomorrow night. I'm going to hop on the metaverse right now and go into the DFY training. That's nextweb.io/webinar. I think that's the link for that. And then Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific, I will be doing the next Get Fit mining presentation. By that time, though, the price will be at $500 for all 6 miners. So, all right. Hope you guys learned something new. Take care, and I will see you guys in a couple hours. Bye-bye.